Welcome to AGZ's. Let's talk about BJP's stunning win in UP. It was a tough fight. Yogi Adityanath, at a couple of points before the election campaign began, was seen on a slightly shaky ground. There were talks about a certain rift between Yogi Adityanath and the PMO, and there was certain diktats coming in from the PMO which were not being followed. Let's also remember that a very senior appointee was made by the PMO, and to some extent, Yogi had neglected him. So, against the backdrop of the COVID pandemic, unemployment, and several other issues, Yogi Adityanath had the difficult challenge of fighting for re-election, and there would have been a certain anti-incumbency factor. But what BJP did was absolutely stunning. I'll take you through 7 reasons behind why BJP won UP and what all they did. And those are divided in 7 points. But first of all, suffice to remember that the real trench warfare was between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party. Not many people would seem to be giving adequate credit to Akhilesh Yadav, but I thought he fought a brilliant campaign. He really fought hard and took his party from a certain level up there. Of course, at no point, being a close UP watcher, and I'm from Lucknow, so I did not ever feel, I didn't get this feeling that he or his organization was good enough to really be able to reach a position where they could topple the BJP. But he gave a very good fight, and his time would come if he goes on in this manner with his alliances. And also, one thing that probably bogged him down was this tag of Gunda Raj. It will take some time for them to erase that stigma and for the people to feel that they can get good governance. Mayawati with 1 seat was a complete washout, absolute decimation. The Congress, less said the better. Priyanka Gandhi tried very hard to woo the women voters but failed miserably. It would also be right to say that after the way that the Congress has been floundering in the state, there was very little time for them to really hit the grassroots. Both the siblings tried hard, but it was not to be. Now, point 1 out of the 7, Narendra Modi and Yogi Adityanath really came together. There was that photo op where Narendra Modi puts his arm around Yogi's shoulder, and those photographs were taken. It signified that there's everything fine. Modi was the big brother, and he sort of gave the message that where the younger brother is concerned, there's going to be no issue at all, and that they are together. So that sort of ensured that there would be continuity and that there was no rift. That was point 1. 2, BJP, primarily known as a Brahmin Baniya party, pulled in the Yadav votes from the OBC and the Jatavs and non-Jatavs from the BSP too, widened their social base. Number 3, the UP government distributed free food grains to around 15 crore people in the state during the second pandemic wave. Yogi brought back the scheme in December 2021, where people would receive 10 kgs of free food grains, and that would continue in 2 separate schemes until Holi this year. Labharti, again, that is the section of people who got monetary benefits from the central schemes. UP tops the list where farmers, women, and people from marginalized sections, and this is very crucial, got assistance from the government. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana gave monetary assistance to around 10 lakh people in UP. In rural pockets, rupees 1.2 lakhs was given for construction of homes, while in urban areas, 2.5 lakhs was distributed. Number 5, under the Swachh Bharat mission, money was transferred to construct toilets. Under the Ayushman Bharat scheme, 1.3 crore people were insured for their medical needs. Number 6, in 2022, UP registered the maximum encounters with 117 in the last 5 years. So this was a very crucial point. People felt more secure. They had a lot of problems with the Samajwadi Party government earlier, and this term had come in about Gunda Raj, about the mafiosis turning politicians. And Yogi gunned for at least 3 of them in his speeches constantly. One was Mukhtar Ansari, the second was Atiq Ahmed, and the third was from Rampur, Azam Khan, who was not in the same category. One should be kind enough to say that, but yes, there were a lot of land grabbing incidents against him. Yogi kept saying that as long as the BJP government is there, these people will continue to be in jail. And he also spoke about how the BJP government was co-opting their land and the other properties, so it was just not an empty threat. The Hindutva flag kept waving merrily, though the Ram Mandir issue was not really pushed hard in this campaign. The construction is on, and Modi kept saying that as long as the BJP is in power, the Ram Mandir will take shape. So by 2023, it is being promised that the Ram Mandir will come into formation, and I have a feeling that it will be again a very key issue for the 2024 elections. So these were the 7 points. There's one thing to remember, that elections in India are not won on individual charisma. There cannot be one single leader, no matter who it may be, that you can say that the person will pull through. It needs an organization. BJP has that organization. It has the backing, it has the money power, it has the strategy, it has people working on elections relentlessly, and that is a massive might. That is something which the rivals need to look out for. Thanks for watching AG's.